So I want to know, you think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the best man to be leading public health? No. Answer the question.
It's not my decision.
No. You're supporting the decision. You're supporting the decision.
I support his decision.
You just called him a humble, qualified man. So you think he's the best person to lead public health in this country?
I think he's the best person.
He's a joke.
So, Mayor Scott, if it helped in D.C., why wouldn't those federal resources help in Baltimore?
Well, I think that you have to understand that D.C. is different than every other city. But also for us, robberies are already down 30%. Carjackings are already down.
But wouldn't you want them down? Wouldn't you want them down even further? I know they're saying they're going down, but wouldn't you want them down even further? So if additional troops, et cetera, from the federal government could help, wouldn't you just take that extra help?
We understand and we've laid out very clearly what the federal government can do to help us.
What a radical idea to say that working class families should be able to go into a grocery store in an area where there are food deserts and be able to afford decent quality food for their children. Oh, man. What a radical guy he is.
The incident around encampments here at Brooklyn College, the decision to surge officers into that site is one that leaves students less safe than they were before.
Will the Fed chair set interest rates, or will President Trump?
The Fed chair doesn't set interest rates. The FOMC sets interest rates. So it is a board.
Should President Trump?
And President Trump is going to make his views known just like President Biden did. President Biden in the State of the Union, his last State of the Union, said he thought there was going to be an interest rate cut. Senator Warren called for a 75 basis interest rate cut this time this year.
I'll give you good news, bad news, right? I think the good news is we've accomplished a lot. The president's approval numbers are very strong. People are happy with what Republicans are doing. I mean, we inherited a mess, the largest peacetime debt in the history of the United States of America, a real inflation crisis, of course, the wide open southern border. We've done a lot in 7 months, but look, there's a lot of additional work to do. That's one of the reasons why we have these 4-year terms, is to do as much as we possibly can. That's the good news. And I think the American people reward you politically when you run on something and you actually do that something. Now, here's the bad news, Laura. The bad news is, a great political mind, one of the president's pollsters once told me that anger usually wins midterm elections. And because we've done so much what we said that we were going to do, our people aren't angry. They look at the president, they look at the administration, and they're happy with what we're doing. Meanwhile, you've got like the far left fanatics who, the president's political genius is he's encouraged the far left now to come out in defense of violent crime in our big cities. But say what you will about them, they're very angry right now and they're very motivated. And so I would encourage all Republicans and everybody, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or independent, who thinks that we're doing a good job, you got to remember to get out there and vote in 2026. Yes, it's, people say it's not as important as a presidential election, but it is very, very important.